Hi everybody. My name is Nick McGregor. I come from a small town just about half an hour from here. This community is called McClonesbrook. It's just outside of Glasgow. I should start by thanking you, Minister Pears, for taking the time to come down and listen to our ideas and our thoughts about the future of the province. I'm going to speak to you today about a topic that's particularly important to me, about community engagement. We actually broke down the first idea of ours about youth attraction and retention into 3 separate areas. So, community engagement. One of the problems that we suffer with in Nova Scotia is that there's this kind of concept that there's Halifax and then there's everything else. New Glasgow happens to be part of that everything else, and one of the things that we've noticed is that we've identified over 25 different groups within the province that are there for entrepreneurs, whether it's for funding or networking opportunities or marketing, claim development, whatever it is. They're there to help, but the thing is, nobody knows about it. They're all based usually in the Halifax Regional Municipality, and the word's not getting out to Pictou County. I know myself, before I came here, I didn't know where to turn. I felt like a lone soldier at home. There's not a whole lot of people involved in the entrepreneurship movement, and those that are intimidated because they don't feel that there's any resources there to help them. So one of the things that we're really looking to do is develop some type of strategy to get the word out to the rural communities, from New Glasgow to Truro to Yarmouth to Cape Breton, Digby, all those places. There's entrepreneurs there, just like there is in Halifax, that want help, need help, and are ready to make a difference in the smaller communities. Rural economic development is, like I said, very close to home for me. I come from a family-run business that we've been in the area for 35 years. We plan on being there for a long time to come, and said there's definitely lots of opportunities out there that people really need to be informed about. Now there's regional development associations, chambers of commerce, things like that, that some of the younger entrepreneurs, they don't really see the value in it. So I'll give you an example. At home in Pictou County, the Chamber of Commerce has a retention and attraction committee set up. Unfortunately, they're having trouble kind of identifying how to keep the youth in Pictou County, but there's not really any youth on the committee, so I'm not sure how they're going to get started on that. So that's something that I'd like to change. We have to get more youth involved, but there has to be youth ready to be involved. So that's when we call to everybody that's here who actually cares about the future of Atlantic Canada, get involved with the Chambers of Commerce, the RDAs, everything that you can, and make sure that your voice is heard, because until we get that down, we can't start anywhere. So.
To be absolutely honest, we have to make it easier for businesses to actually know the wealth of resources that we have here in Nova Scotia. It is believed in order for us to actually do so, it would be expected, hopefully, to start up a program from asset mapping, basically ensuring that particular areas which actually have particular resources that can actually help facilitate the success of entrepreneurs throughout Nova Scotia are obviously listed out, pointed out to people, provided through a database. Once more, we would, let's just say, our pride, Nova Scotia's pride, our passion, our ability to work with our hands, our innovation, all these things that are our culture capital need to be shown to the world. Through Global Vision Junior Team Canada, we've been able to do so, but I believe that we should take more of a responsibility on our own part as a province to try to reach out to the rest of the world. And by doing so, it's therefore suggested again that we should try to create an international youth ambassadorship for Nova Scotians and for young entrepreneurs to travel around the globe to try and sell the Nova Scotian brand, what makes us so unique, what makes us so distinct. And I believe that in order for us to actually move forward, for us to actually bring in investors, to bring in more people to actually be more attracted here, and for young people to actually express themselves and then go out and, you know, try to understand how other people are doing things and how they're moving forward, it would be better for us to actually set up a little bit of an organization such as this.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I start, I would like to thank you, Mr. Marquet. Thank you for a call their support to youth and the young entrepreneurs. And also, I would like to thank you for Mr. Pers and Minister and their support to the youth. And we talk about youth attraction and retention. And first thing I want to talk about is Youth Connector program. Actually, I think it's very important to connect youth with the business leaders, expand their business network, and enhance their entrepreneurship leader skills. And this, again, we don't need to invent the wheel, because in Halifax we have Halifax Connect program, connect young people with the business leaders, expand their business professional network, increase their chance of finding jobs, deepen their attachment to the community. And another thing I want to mention is the Fusion Halifax. Their mandate is inspire, connect, and engage. And I also can see it's very possible. You know, we have Fusion Cape Breton, Fusion Sydney, Fusion New Glasgow. Get young people connected. And so the last thing I want to talk about is leadership. And it's time we work together to build a better community, to build a better province, to build a better Atlantic Canada, because it is ours. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Minister Paris, Minister Killen, and Minister McKinley. Action item number 2 for Nova Scotia is simply communication and awareness. So there are 7 different items below this. So the first one is partnerships. So linking together the different youth programs that already exist. There are hundreds in Nova Scotia, but people just are not aware of them yet. So bringing those together, and can you imagine if hundreds of programs got together, the impact that that could have on Nova Scotia. Number 2, make use of different mediums, such as Eastlink Television, which is a community-based television program. So making use of these different mediums could have a large impact as well. Number 3, business and entrepreneurship course opportunities in both junior high and high school. Whether the students decide to take the course or not, even seeing that course as an option sparks the interest in their mind, and it gives them the awareness that it is out there, that it is an option to go into business, to be an entrepreneur. Number 4, inspirational speeches. For example, the keynote speakers of this weekend. How many people, by a round of applause, were inspired by any of the inspirational speeches we had? So informing students, informing the youth through these inspirational speeches would be a great way to let the students know about these different programs. If we could go to the high schools, to the junior high schools, and have these inspirational speakers come out and get the youth excited about being entrepreneurs, about going into the business sector. Number 5, youth entrepreneur encouragement and through an online database. So taking all of these different programs, the entrepreneur programs, whether it be for funding or whether it be for encouragement, whether it be for business or entrepreneurship, taking all of these programs and putting them together in one database, one online website that people can visit and check them all out at the same time instead of trying to search them out individually. Have it there ready for everyone to take a look at. Number 6, create creative local marketing strategies. So which highlight local events and different organizations. And number 7, face-to-face communication. It is by far the best way to spread the word. If you're talking to a friend and they tell you about an amazing event that they attended in their local community or an amazing local shop that they attended, you are more likely to visit that local shop or to attend that event as opposed to a flyer. So face-to-face communication, simply talking to one another. Can you imagine if all 80 of us went out after this weekend and told everyone about this amazing opportunity. And in 2 years, when this event happens again, there could be 200 of us here. There could be 400 of us here. Thank you very much.
I'm the last one to speak for Nova Scotia. So, I'm going to sum up the third action item in one word: collaboration. It's what we're doing here today. It's basically the whole purpose of this summit. So, we want to basically support economic development in Nova Scotia by focusing on collaboration. If we were to take all these organizations, such as Maggie just suggested, and develop a youth hub, so one central location, it could be physical, it could be virtual, it could be an online web page, it could be Facebook, but basically just taking all these organizations, all these support programs, and funneling them into one location so that we can then suggest it to today's youth, tomorrow's youth, and basically have one central location. The next thing would be to have a way to display these organizations. If we were to organize some sort of a trade show for youth, we have all these ones based on Golf Nova Scotia, Yachting Nova Scotia, Seascapes, or whatever it's called, at the exhibition park. Why not have a youth trade show so we can go and display and have booths set up, and again have a place for them to come and connect. The third way by doing this is, why don't we just ask the youth? Why do we not go into different communities and actually ask them, what do you have, what are you proud of in your community? What can you suggest to bring into your community to help build or retain or just prevent people from moving away? And then from there, kind of build on it. It's more of an appreciative approach than anything. Something that kind of goes with that is, we've all heard of the Katimavik program that's run nationally throughout Canada. Why not have something like that in Nova Scotia? So people from Digby can experience everything that a place like Sydney, Cape Breton has to offer. So it could be a one-week exchange where students can travel back and forth between different communities and really focus on the skills and the culture and everything that comes from those different communities. And I guess the main thing too is that obviously collaboration within the province is great, but we should also be focusing on collaborating between provinces as well and really building a connection there as well. Thank you.